Just soaking this little algae sponge so that we can use it to exfoliate your hands. How are you today?
Okay. What about you?
I'm good too. Well, this is the first time I've ever done a hand and arm exclusive massage, so it'll be exciting. Can you tell me about your hands and your arms and if you've been having any issues with them?
No, not particularly. They get dry during the winter, but right now they're fine.
That's good. Let me just take a look. Do a quick inspection of your right hand. Okay, there's a little bit of dead skin. We can exfoliate that off. Nice. I know you used to have some infections of your fingers, eh? But now that's all resolved. Let's take a look at your arm as well. Yeah, it definitely looks like the moisture level is good and the temperature as well. Okay, can I take a look at your other hand and arm? Thank you. Okay, there's a little cut here. What happened?
Oh, it's kind of stupid. I cut myself while I was trying to open up a can of sparkling water.
Oh, I see. Well, it looks like it's healing well, so that's good. And your nails look very healthy. Okay. And just look, there's a little bruise here.
Yeah, I have no clue how that happened.
our sponge should be ready now. And this is just a charcoal sponge. And I have a grapefruit and avocado soap here. Just gonna flip your hand. Okay, I can definitely scrub a little harder so it's not as ticklish. Okay, I'm just gonna do a bit of your forearms as well. Other side. Leave your hand right there. Just gonna grab some water and clean it off. Okay, perfect. You switch hands for me. Thank you. I'm going to do the same thing. The great thing about this soap is that it's completely natural and made in Canada, and it's perfect for dry skin, because I know right now with everyone washing their hands so often and using sanitizer, it can really lead to dry hands. So this is going to be really nourishing. And now we can start the massage. So here I have some avocado oil. Just gonna put it in my hand. Then we're just going to add 1 drop of Roman chamomile essential oil, and this is pure. It just has a little trouble coming out. There we go. Just gonna add another drop of the cold pressed avocado oil. And then we'll start your massage. And I chose Roman chamomile essential oil because it is very good for relieving any muscular aches or tension. And just relax your hand right onto mine like that. Just doing a bit of finger kneading. Have you been writing and typing a lot these days?
I guess kinda, yeah.
I know you do a lot of journaling.
Yeah.
So the flexor tendons can get really tight. Why this hair just keeps getting stuck here. Let me know if I'm putting too much pressure, okay? Just a little bit of thumb kneading. So these thenar muscles can get really tight. As well as the flexor carpi tutorum muscles. Each of the tendons, the superficial tendons as well as the deeper tendons. Turn it over. We'll work on the extensor tendons now. Bit of traction. Okay. Now here's a fun tool. Have you used this before?
Yeah.
It's really good for massaging the individual fingers. I find that if you have any arthritis or joint pain in the fingers, this can be really helpful for relieving it. Have you ever had any joint pain or swelling?
I don't think so, but I get wrist pain sometimes when I work out. Because, like, with push-ups or something, like, I'll hold my body up with my wrists. So that happens sometimes.
Okay. Both of your wrists?
I don't really know. Oh, we're holding hands.
Just doing a little bit of a wrist stretch. Is that okay? Yeah. And you can do this every day as well, with like before your workouts and afterwards. Just using both your fingers together to stretch out your wrists, okay? I'll just bring it back. And you can do this throughout the day as well, especially if you've been typing all day. Is that okay? Okay. You can also do a little bit of a twist here, twist there, and then radial deviation and ulnar deviation. Let's switch to your other hand. Just grab a few more drops. You might need just one more drop. Okay. I find that getting your hands and arms massaged can be quite different because you're so, like, you want to move your hands, right? But it's really important that you completely relax your muscles so that I can really massage into it and relieve any tension in there. Because if you tense up your muscles, you're going to have trouble really working with them. Just relax. So. I remember when I first started taking anatomy and we were learning about the limbs. I think this was actually second semester, so it was later on. We learned about all the different muscles in the hands, and I couldn't believe how many we had in here. Because not only did we have muscles that came from the arm into the hands, we also had muscles inside here. So we have the lumbricals between the metacarpals, and we also have the dorsal interossei and the palmar interossei. It's really fascinating, and it was really, really hard memorizing them. And then I believe the thinner thumb muscles, we have maybe 4 or 5 in here, and then another 4 or 5 here as well. And while there's a single tendon that branches out for these, we have separate tendons. So these flexor carpi ulnaris and the flexor carpi radialis. And then we have the flexor carpi digitorum that goes to all 4 of them. And that's why we have a lot more mobility in this pinky, as well as much, much more mobility with our thumb. It's the only finger we have that can actually do opposition, as well as flexion, extension, and abduction, adduction. Because if you imagine, instead of having a thumb, if we were to have a fifth finger, there's no way we can actually grip and grasp things, right? So I always found that really fascinating. We'll work individually with each finger. Do you like this tool?
Yeah.
Now let me know if this is painful at all over the cut, okay? Finally, your thumb. And the other interesting a lot of people don't realize is that your forefingers have 1, 2, 3 phalanges, but your thumb only has 2. I thought that was interesting as well. Okay, we're going to hold hands again. Just relax. Go put this under. Go. I'm just going extension, flexion, relax, radial deviation, and ulnar deviation. Okay. Okay. How are your hands and arms feeling?
Very relaxed.
Yay. So now I'm going to be doing some acupressure points. So we'll start with your left arm here, or left hand rather. And the first point I wanted to do to start off is large intestine 4, which is probably the most famous acupressure point. So all I have to do is take my thumb here, and at the end, I'm just going to, actually I can just do it this way. And this is going to feel really achy. Does it feel achy?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. This point is called Hogu in Chinese, so this is traditional Chinese medicine. And this point, along with liver 3, which is on the feet, the 4 points constitute the 4 gates of the body. And by opening these 4 gates, you can help to move qi, specifically lung qi and wei qi, which is supporting the immune system. It can help to relieve any pain in the hands, but especially just anywhere in the body. These points are often used in any pain acupressure and acupuncture protocols. Okay, just going to release for a second. Then we're going to go in the other direction. Give me your other hand, please. Okay. Just gonna move it here. Ooh. Yeah, it's worse on your right side for sure. So this is between the first and second metacarpals. can also be used for headaches. It's contraindicated in pregnancy because it can stimulate labor.
Don't worry, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah, I should have asked you before. Okay, very good. Okay. The next point is called the Shenmen. And I actually chose these crystals here, the rose quartz and the clear quartz. The rose quartz signifies love, unconditional love and kindness, and opening up the heart center. And now we have some heart points that are also going to open up the heart and move heart chi, as well as clear heart fire. The clear quartz simply amplifies the energy of the rose quartz. So to find heart 7, which is Shenmen, the gate of the mind, we're going to find the ulnar side of the transverse crease of the wrist. And you can find the transverse crease just by bending it slightly. And then we're going to go just radial to the flexor carpi ulnaris and press down. How does that feel?
Cool.
And you'll find this is between the articulation of the pisiform bone and the ulna. And I often use this point for anxiety, for insomnia as well. It calms the mind and it nourishes heart blood. So if you have heart blood deficiency in Chinese medicine, then you can use this point. It's also incredibly powerful because it is the source point of the heart meridian. Can I have your other hand? Thank you. So again, transverse crease, articulation of the pisiform and the ulna, radial to the flexor carpi ulnaris. Is your mind calm yet? The next point is heart 8, and for this point I'm going to ask you to just make a very weak fist. Perfect. So it'll be right here where the pinky landed. It's between the 4th and 5th metacarpal bones. This point clears heart fire, it also calms the mind, and it regulates the uterus. the other hand. Just make a loose fist again. Thank you. Okay, so next point is large intestine 5, which we'll just rotate the hand there, and I want you to just move that up, and it's actually in the anatomical snuff box. Just gonna have you move your arms slightly forward like this. Thank you. This point expels wind, it clears heat, and it calms the mind as well. So you'll see that all the points that I've selected calm the mind and is great for helping you to really soothe any anxiety and mental restlessness so that you can go to sleep and stay asleep. I find that I have to switch my hands because I'm putting a lot of pressure on each acupressure point. How does that one feel?
Achy.
There's a little impression. Okay, next hand. And again, I'm just going to move the hand up like this and find that anatomical snuff box. Just going to offer this one a little bit more acupressure. Okay. This is the second last point, small intestine 5, and for this one I'm just going to turn hand like this. We're going to stay on the ulnar side of the hand at the transverse crease again in the articulation between the triquetral bone and the ulna. This point is similar to large intestine 5 in that it also calms mind and clears heat. But it also relieves any swelling in the body, any damp heat. And benefiting the eyes and the ears. other hand. Thank you. Again, finding that space between the triquetral bone and the ulna. Pressing. Find the points on the hands and the feet because they're on the extremities of the body. They tend to work pretty fast, whereas points proximal in the trunk of the body, those ones are more long-term, long-acting, and take a little bit slower to respond. And here's our final point. This is pericardium 4, which is one of my favorite points. Pericardium 4 is Tootswen proximal to the transverse crease of the wrist. So I'm just going to use 3 fingers because I think our fingers are pretty similar. 3 fingers. And I'm going to press in between the 2 tendons, the palmaris longus tendon and the flexor carpi radialis tendon. And this is going to be a little achy. Pericardium 4 also calms the mind and clears heat. And it also moves liver chi. Liver chi stagnation is very common in women. If you have PMS, premenstrual syndrome, then you most likely have liver chi stagnation. So we can work on moving that liver chi. Doing some reflex stroking. And we're going to just clean off any excess oil. So this is the Thirsty Hands Super Hydrating Hand Mask for dry and tired skin. It has botanical extracts, vitamin E, and shea butter. And there's 2. So let's use 1 for now. It actually has so we can can use that other one another time. Just going to slide your hand here. Did you get all the fingers in?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Make sure that they're wrapped. Not really sure what this is going to be honest. Okay, so I can seal it properly. Okay, can you pass me your other hand, please? Thank you. There's one more acupressure point to finish here. Pericardium 4. So again, between the two tendons here, the flexor carpi radialis and the palmaris longus. Just press on that. How are you feeling?
I don't even know how to explain.
Yeah, that's the thing with acupressure. It gets really achy, and sometimes you can feel a tingling sensation going down on the fingers. So let me just clean off this hand here. Try to turn it the wrong way. Okay. Then go. There you are. So you can just hold on to those, keep them on for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful rest of your day.